Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Yosh. Welcome to 2020. Brand new decade, brand new year. We gotta do some brand new stuff. So, today I'm gonna discuss something that I've been working on for the past year. It's not as exciting as it sounds, but it's an important thing for me because I have completed the 365 challenge. By the time you watch this, I would have posted a DSLR photograph every day of the week, the whole year, without fail. And man, what a journey it has been. It has been crazy. And the reason it has been so crazy for me is the fact that I always felt like I could never complete something. I always felt like there was something that prevented me from completing anything. I always get super excited about starting something brand new, and I would just get wrapped up in starting stuff and thinking about what to do when I start this new adventure, new project, new whatever it is. And I just go on a tangent without actually ever starting. So last year, on the 16th of January, 2019, I still have to think about whether I have to say 2019 or 2020, but that's all of us. Last year, I started this challenge on the 16th of January. I said, okay, look, let's try and improve our skill. Let's do this thing that everyone's doing. I've never seen anyone really complete the 365 challenge, but you know, I'm not the most consistent person in the world either. Let's just see where it goes. And that's exactly what I did. Picked it up, and the first 2 weeks were immensely painful. It was just unbelievable torture. I was over it within 3 weeks, and that's just part of my personality. I love starting stuff, but by the time I come to the point where the honeymoon phase really starts to sort of, ease off a bit, if you will, I give myself excuses. I'm like, is it really worth doing this? Why are we actually expending these 5-10 minutes that we could have used to sleep or do something else, wash the dishes, whatever else? I know how it sounds when I say it. 5-10 minutes to sleep, wash the dishes? Come on. Let's be really honest with ourselves here. 5-10 minutes is gonna get absorbed into Twitter and Facebook land and any other social media in a freaking heartbeat. But while I was doing it, it sure felt like I could have used that 10 minutes for something else, something better, something that was more interesting, if you will, because I was already out of the honeymoon phase. But besides the point of this video, I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of myself, even though it's almost like, well done, buddy, well done. Even though it's sort of like a empty gesture. I don't know, I'm really proud of myself for actually finishing the 365 challenge and actually holding to it. There were some days I came this close. I'm pretty sure there was this one day where one of my friends, Brendan, my drone pilot extraordinaire, he's a madman. I love him to bits. Thank you, good sir, for keeping me on point. He got me through the point where I was just given up. I had given up to move forward with the whole thing because something had happened, which I'll explain in just a bit. Something had happened that was, I don't know, it was basically, it had come to the point where I went, this is too much. None of this matters. I don't want to do this anymore. I give up. But thanks to a few good friends, thanks to my own willpower, I actually made it through. So here are the learnings that I got from the 365 challenge. First of all, everything that anyone says on the internet about that 10,000 hour rule, do until you can just keep doing. Ira Glass, put a massive body of work behind you until your vision or your taste matches with your output. That's Ira Glass. He's telling you to do the hard work. Absolutely 100% right. Agreed with him. Can't remember many others off the top of my head, but anyone that says put the 10,000 hours in or put the amount of effort and put yourself ahead of a huge volume of work doing the same thing over and over again, do it. Because the best thing that happened to me from that is that now I can edit a photograph on Lightroom, pull it out of Photoshop if I have to do more specific tweaks. I was going to say tweets. Do more specific tweaks and pull it out. I can pull and edit out a banger edit, in my opinion, in about 10 minutes. Flat. No stress at all. Anyone can give me a raw photograph and I'm just like, it's done. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Second thing that I actually learned is discipline. After you sort of fall out of love with what you started out of passion, it takes exponential amounts more energy to actually stay focused and keep doing that every day. So what I decided to do was, for me personally, when I write something down in a book, I feel like my body remembers it better and my brain sort of takes whatever I wrote down a little bit more seriously than the stuff I put on my to-doist. I find that sometimes I'll put things to do on my to-doist, but then I don't have much of a weight for it, so I forget it sometimes. I just go back and I'm like, that's fine. I'll just reschedule that. No dramas. But when I write something down, I don't know. I don't need reminders. I don't need alarms. Don't need anyone coming and telling me, you got to do this. My brain basically goes, you wrote this down. You got to get it done. It's serious. I was like, okay, I might try that. So this is not completely, me. I got all of this done. A part of this success actually goes out to my ex-wife. She bought me a book before this. I don't know where that book is. I gave it back to her once I finished it, and I don't know where it is now. So I wish I could show you that. But not only did I complete the 365 challenge, but I also filled up an empty book, finished it from start to finish. You have no idea how proud I am for finishing a book, an empty book, for the first time in my entire life. If you finished a book, like an empty book, and you finished it with writing anything, I'm super proud of you, and I'm super proud of myself for doing that. It was basically 2 tasks. I would write prep post and post pick every day. Just date it, put those 2 tasks down, get it done. That's basically how I kept myself going. And my ex-wife, when she gave me that book, she had written on the front saying something funny. It said, I'm going to try and remember because I've forgotten exactly the words and I can't find the book. But what she had written at the front was something like, fill this book up with your goals and achieve them every day. Trust me. And within asterisks, she's like, Cox gun. Typical. It sounds exactly like her. I love it. It was so funny. I forgot about it, that she wrote that at the start, and I just kept using that book because it was really nice recycled paper. I'm a sucker for recycled paper. I don't know why. I'm just a sucker for good, thick paper. Go figure. That's my fetish. Anyway, so yeah, she bought me that, and I started writing on that, and I just started with the 2 tasks: prep post, post pick. Just date it, do that. And I'd get it done every day. And this became a routine, and the routine became a workflow. Some nights I would come back from volleyball or meeting the parents or in-laws or friends or whatever it is, and I'd have only precious little time to actually get the picture out, and I'd freak out. But those sort of time crunch moments were really when I was learning. I had to somehow get it out because you can't fake the timestamp when you post to Instagram. You better get it done before midnight or you are stuffed. Quite well and truly. So, discipline was one thing that I learned from all of this. So this book, after I filled that one, I started this book on the 25th of August. So this is what I wrote at the front page of this book. I don't know whether you guys can see it. Success. Something that you rent, but the rent is due every day. Here's to another book full of tasks completed until you reach where you are going. 25th of August 2019, signed by me. And post, here's what I was talking about. Every day, post pick, prep post. I don't know whether you guys can see that on screen, but if you can't, that's basically what it is. All day, every day, bro. All day, and we hit 2020. Here we are. We're close to the finish line, and I'm super thankful for my ex-wife for that. She taught me so many things. We taught each other a lot of things, and I'm super proud that I managed to finish all this. But on a deeper note, there's something that I've never really discussed out loud or spoken out loud regarding all of this, and that is my fear of failure. I have a massive fear of failure, and it feels like all of my friends or acquaintances or people that I know who start something, it almost always feels like, to me, I know this is not true, I know statistically it's impossible, and I'll read you out a tweet later on that I found which I really resonate with. I personally feel like no matter what I start or no matter what I touch, I feel like I can never get ahead. It never turns to gold. And I have all these other friends who just like decide on one thing and they're like, I'm gonna do this. They touch it and it just blows up and it becomes gold. I'm like, what? I want something, one thing like that to turn into gold that I touched. I don't know why it's not happening for me, but I was just like, ugh, okay, it's fine. I'll just keep, fail that, keep going, fail that. This is my training from my startup days. I've failed 2, maybe 3 startups before I started this whole filmmaking thing. And thankfully the filmmaking thing is actually out of passion. The previous ones always were projects that I started to make money. I seek fame. I don't know why. It might be because I want to be noticed. Why do I want to be noticed? I don't know. It's the same reason why anyone else wants to be noticed. But hope this year I'm stopping all that stuff. I'm just doing what I enjoy doing in front of the camera. And here I am ranting about my not even ranting. I'm talking about my 365 challenge and how I completed it. Coming back to the point. The point is, I'm super afraid of failing. I think a lot of us are afraid of failing. And that's something that I want to focus on this year, because every time I fail, I feel like I'm just not talented enough, or I'm just not good enough, or I'm just not skilled enough, or I'm just not X, Y, and Z about myself. I was blaming myself every time I failed. But if I pull up that tweet that I was talking about, it's from a statistician. I'm getting distracted because I'm on social media. It's a bad idea to go on social media when you've got a recording going. But I will find you that tweet because I have to. I have to find you that tweet. One moment. It's here somewhere. Or not. I'll have to add a cut. Pretty sure that it's taking that long. I should have actually... Oh, found it. Okay. This is by a statistician known as Marian Farah. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. But her handle is @Bayesian Girl. So Bayesian statistics, Gaussian statistics. I don't know. I'm guessing. Might be right, might be wrong. Yeah, so Bayesian Girl. The tweet reads, if 1,024 fair coins are each tossed 10 times, chances are good, within brackets, greater than 63%, that at least one coin will come up heads 10 times in a row. And that coin will be proud to explain how its skill, faith, guts, and determination made its achievement possible, and how that combo can work for you too. Yes, like this, she gets it. Because I am one of those guys who's just been tossing, and I've just been getting tails thus far. It's just been a struggle for me, to be very honest. So, hopefully this year is the year that I get to do stuff that I'm doing just for the sake of doing it, not really for a means to an end. It is an end. Making video like this, enjoying myself, making video, I think that's the whole point. That's what I want to keep doing. So here I am, doing it. And how this relates back to my relationship is the fact that no matter what I did, the only thing that kept me waking up every day was the fact that I was still a husband. I took real pride in that. I met her when I was 16, she was 18. Like, ever since then, I've never really looked anywhere else. I was never really that curious. I was always content with whoever, whatever I had. So she was sort of that one thing that kept me grounded through all of this stuff. And I'd start projects for all the wrong reasons, but even when I failed, I would stay upright and sane because I went, well, you can't possibly fail at being a partner, a good boyfriend, a good husband, that sort of thing. And I see now how unhealthy that is for me because a few months back we split and that was painful. It was devastating because the one thing that I could not fail at, just done. There you go. The one thing that you said you will not fail at ever has now failed. And the greatest learning that I got out of that, I think, and it was one of the hardest lessons for me to learn, to be honest, was the fact that it wasn't all my fault. There was another human being, a conscious, sentient being on the opposite end of the relationship as well. No matter what I did, there was never a scenario where I could control all outcomes. And that's something that I love doing. Controlling outcomes is just something that's hardwired into me. My OCD, just like two-way switches, annoy the crap out of me. Right? Because there's a universal on and a universal off position. If you disagree, subscribe, get out, unsubscribe, get out of my channel right right now. There's a down is on, all right? Up is off. If you don't know this, what are you doing with yourself? It's 2020, okay? This is a brand new decade. I hope you can learn that at least, all right? Like, down is on, up is off. Okay, now that rant's over, yeah. It's like my OCD. I just love figuring out stuff and finding pathways and solutions to problems that might not even exist. But that's the thing about relationships. It's always fluid. It's always chaotic. It's just the essence of chaos. The Taoist symbol comes to mind of the Ouroboros, where the snakes are eating chaos and order, eating each other's tail. It's a perpetual cycle. So, I'm not going to get super spiritual on you, but I can. If you want me to, let me know down in the comments below. There you go. But I think that's what I learned from that. When the relationship failed, I had to really learn hard and fast that not everything is in my control, not everything is my fault, and I am not a failure just because I can't seem to find success. It's just that sometimes statistics can be such a bitch. Like, it's just a fact. You can be talented, you can be super smart, you can be charismatic, you can be good looking, you can be all of these things. You can have all the resources in the world. You could have found your way from a developing nation like I did all the way to a developed nation, and you think this is going to make the difference. I'm going to find my success and my opportunity and my career and my passion and all of these things in this place, in this specific order, in this specific time scale. How freaking stupid. I won't say stupid. It's mental. It's never going to happen because chaos is the ultimate unifier. In the grand scheme of time, your existence is but a blip, right? So to assume that you have any control over any of this is just going to drive you nuts. So give that stuff up, accept that you will keep failing, but get back up. That's the one thing I learned from being in startups. You never quit. You might fail, but you just brush yourself up. You know, your wounds, you heal them, you put ointment on it, and you just get back up and you start walking again. And you keep doing that, and you keep doing that, because you will fail, and you will do it over and over and over and over again. You will see others not failing and them touching stuff and turning into gold. You cannot be envious. It is the way of life. This is how it is. Just do what you want to do and do it to the best of your ability and really commit, find discipline. So I don't know, this 2020, I hope you take on a challenge that is just as crazy as I did when last January 16th. New Year's resolutions don't always have to start at the first of the year. Start it at the start of the year, before January ends. Even if it's the 16th, even if it's the 25th, I don't care. Like, start it at any point that you feel physically, emotionally, and mentally comfortable to start this challenge, but really commit to it. Might be losing weight, it might be getting a pulse on your body. You service your car. I don't understand why no one spends money every year to actually go and get a pulse on the machine that carries your psyche. It makes no sense. It's stupid. Go do it. Go get annual checks done. Do it. I do it. It's brilliant. It's changed my life. I'm gonna start a degree. I'm gonna be a better mum, dad, partner, brother, sister, whatever else. I'm gonna be a husband, a wife. I'm going to be a teacher. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna post this many pictures a day. I'm gonna post this many things. I'm gonna write this many scripts. Something. Just pick something that is within your interest and just really throw yourself into it. Don't seek the fame that comes with it. The fame will come. The fame will come, and the right kind of fame, I feel now, is that, or my understanding right now is that if you get fame and you feel like you don't want it, that's the right way to feel. That's the correct way to feel about fame. It's not something that you chase. It's something that chases you, because you are, how do I describe this? Fame is like the trail of a comet. You cannot ask for fame unless you are traveling at an insanely ridiculous speed towards a burning inferno that everyone wants you against. That is like the simplest way I can explain fame to you. And that's the simplest way that I've understood fame, I think. It's all a bit vague, but yeah, fame basically appears once you get close enough to the sun, like the final goal. You're just basically carving a path through empty, dead space until you're so close to the goal, it starts literally ripping atoms and ice and shit out of your surface, and you are basically peeling apart, and people are going, "Wow! Holy crap! He's so amazing!" But you don't even care about the tail because you are focused on where you're going. And that is the way. That's the right way, I think. And I'm going to try that. And I'm not going to let any of this stuff get me down. The finishing of the 365 challenge really proves to me, more than anyone else, that I can actually complete something. No one's born cursed to never complete something. No one's born to be a failure. No one's born to be a failure forever. You can always work harder. You can always try harder. You can always try something different. You are just afraid of the chaos. So embrace the chaos. Simple as that. I've pretty much lost everything, and that's the best thing that could have possibly happened to me. So, happy 2020. Welcome to a brand new decade. Welcome to a brand new year. Pick something that you want to do. Go after it like a bat out of hell. This year, I will also go after a few new goals, and I will make a video about that later on. This video was specifically about the 365 challenge. I hope you achieve it. I hope you really pick something that will grow you to the next level. Do it. Regardless of what anyone says, regardless of what anyone says at the start, regardless of how you feel, the biggest battle that you have is with yourself. So get after it. There's no excuses for you not to succeed in something this year. Are you gonna cook brand new meals every day? Do it. Go nuts. I don't know what you want to do, but do it. I know you can do it. And if you are starting something, let me know down in the comments below, because I want to know. I really do want to know what you are gonna start. If it's personal, Don't worry about it. I get it. Just go finish it. Complete it. Just get after it. We'll talk about it next year once you finish it. How's that? One small plug. Join me on Twitter. My handle is at @TheYoshiW. I will probably... Maybe that works. I don't know. Hopefully the sound effect works. I will add it right here. And follow me on there because that's pretty much the only social media that I actually use. And I try to use Twitter because Twitter is much more of an open space. I like the fact that not everyone just, likes and behaves in a certain way where it's just like almost like a sympathy squad. Don't want it. I want real people. I want real comments. And I want real likes and dislikes, or not hearts and no hearts. Because I want to have like an actual pulse. I want the honest truth. And if someone says that's not working out, that's not something that we want to see, that's not something that you should, I don't know, whatever it is. I want to hear the honest, straightforward truth. And that's why I prefer Twitter over any other social media. Subscribe, like I've already said. YouTubers tell you to do all that stuff all the time. So if you're inclined, do so. This is the kind of video that I will be putting up on this channel for the rest of this year. There will be some other interesting stuff. I'm gonna try and make some movies this year. So that's gonna be exciting stuff. But that said, thanks very much for joining me. Catch you guys in the next video. Welcome to 2020. I'm super proud to have you guys here. Super happy to be in front of the lens again. Feeling much better. Brand new me, brand new you. Let's go. Peace out. Catch you in the next video. Wait, what?
You've inspired Ellie
Yeah?
with your YouTube videos and stuff. She's like, I want to do YouTube. Yosh, you can do it. And he said I can do it. And so fuck you. Now I'm going to have to save up for a good computer.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's all. Yeah. I'm done. I'm done apologizing for that shit. Like, you're welcome. Fuck you.